Hi, good morning everyone. This is your instructor, Nassruldeen from CHI, Saudi Electronics and Home Appliances Institute. And this is our training, online training program during this period. So today we are going to talk about another point of grammar, how to make questions using how plus an adjective. So let's see. So when we say how plus an adjective, we mean adjectives like fast, like low, like tall, wide, high, long, thick, or far, and so on. We usually use this form to ask a question either about the length of something, the width of something, the distance between two cities or two countries, for example, the height of a mountain or a building, for example, as we are going to see here in the coming examples.
Grammar focus. Questions with how.
How far is New Zealand from Australia?
So as you can see here, this question, how far is New Zealand from Australia? So this person wants to know the distance between this country and that country. Okay? For example, I can say, how far is it? Or how far is Dammam from Riyadh? I want to travel from Riyadh to Dammam, but I don't know the distance, how many kilometers, how many miles, to know how long will it take. So I can ask how far.
2,000 kilometers, 1,200 miles.
So the answer, it's about 2,000 kilometers, which is 1,200 miles.
How big is Singapore?
How big is Singapore?
It's 648 square kilometers, 250 square miles.
So also, if I want to know how big is a country or how big is a city, I can ask how big. How big is Riyadh? How big is Jeddah? Right? How big is this place or that place?
How high is Mount Cook?
It's 3,740 meters high, 12,250 feet.
So also, if I know the height, if I want to know the height of a mountain, for example, can say how high is Mount Cook? How high is Mount Soda, for example? How high is the Mount Everest, and so on.
How deep is the Grand Canyon?
It's about 1,900 meters deep, 6,250 feet.
So how deep is the Grand Canyon? The Grand Canyon is a valley in the US. Okay. So how deep is the Grand Canyon? I want to know the depth of this valley or that river or that ocean or that sea or that lake. So I can say how deep is the Grand Canyon? How deep is the Pacific Ocean, for example? How deep is the River Nile? How deep is Lake Michigan, and so on? So the answer is it's about 1,900 meters deep.
How long is the Mississippi River?
It's about 5,970 kilometers long, 3,710 miles.
So how long is the Mississippi River? How long is the Amazon River? How long is the Nile River, and so on? So it's about 5,970 kilometers long.
How hot is Auckland in the summer?
It gets up to about 23 degrees Celsius, 74 degrees Fahrenheit.
So how hot, we use it, as you can see from the example, to ask about the temperature in summer in a place. So how hot is Riyadh in summer? Can say it gets up to about 50 or more Celsius. Okay? If I want to know if it is cold, I can say how cold is Riyadh in winter, and so on.
How cold is it in the winter?
It goes down to about 10 degrees Celsius, 50 degrees Fahrenheit.
So if you cannot hear how hot, we say it gets up. How cold, we say it gets down. So, down. And how hot it gets up. Okay, here in this exercise, write the questions to these answers, okay? So here, as you can see, you have 4 answers. Look at them and try to sort out the question. So 1, Angel Falls is 979 meters high. 2, California is about, California is about 303,970 square kilometers. 3, the Nile is 6,670 kilometers long. 4, Washington, D.C. gets up to about 32 Celsius in the summer. So if you go back to number 1, how Angel Falls is 979 meters high. So the answer is the question is how high is Angel Falls? I want to know the height of these falls. In 2, the question is going to be how big is California? Because in the answer I have square kilometers or square miles. 3, the question will be how long is the Nile or the river Nile? Because I have 6,670 kilometers long. So how long is it? In the last one, how hot is Washington, D.C.? Because here we have, it gets up to about, as we said in the examples previously, we said, if we say it gets up, that means how hot is it? It gets down, that means how cold is it? Okay, so in short, to summarize, okay, so questions with how, we use them like this. When we say how big or how tall, that means we are asking about the size or the height of something. When we say how far, that means we are asking about distance. If we want to ask about age, we say how old. If we want to ask about quantity or price, we ask with how much. If we want to ask about the number of something, we say how many. If we want to ask about the way or the method something is done, we say how does or how do. How does he do that? How do they do that? And so on. Okay, as usual, for more practice, more information about how to make questions using how plus an adjective, you can go back to your student book, page 96, and you can go back also to your workbook, pages 83 and 84, and do exercises 6 and 7. And in the Grammar Plus, at the end of the book or student book, go to page 145 and do exercise 2. Thank you very much for watching, and that's all for today. Thank you again until we meet another time.